So the big picture for this lesson is 30, 60, 90 triangles. So I'm going to show you how you can find the side length ratios for any 30, 60, 90 triangle. Now here's how you derive that. First thing I'm going to do is I'm going to make a 30, 60, 90 triangle. So I'm just drawing an altitude. Now my equilateral equiangular triangle I made with side lengths of 2x each. That means this measure is going to be x because it's going to be 1/2 of the side length. So I have x, 2x, and I need to figure out what this side is. Let's use the Pythagorean theorem. Let's just call this b. So it's x squared plus b squared equals 2x quantity squared. So it's x squared plus b squared equals, remember you can distribute the exponent here, so it's 2 squared or 4x squared. So continuing to solve for b, I'm going to subtract x squared from both sides. So b squared equals 3x squared, because x squared minus x squared makes 0, and then 4x squared minus x squared makes 3x squared. So now I'm going to take the square root of both sides. So square root of b squared equals square root of 3x squared. So square root of b squared is simply b equals, and the square root of 3x squared, well, I'm going to distribute, so it's square root of 3 times square root of x squared. So b equals the square root of 3 times the square root of x squared, which is x. So b equals x square roots of 3. So what does that mean? So x is the measure opposite the 30-degree angle, because this 60-degree angle here is cut in half, so I get a 30. The measure opposite the 60-degree angle is square root of 3 times the shortest leg. And then the hypotenuse is 2 times the shortest leg. So for 30 degrees, it's going to be 1. For 60, it's going to be square root of 3. And then opposite the 90 degree, it's going to be 2. These are the ratios that you can use for a 30, 60, 90 triangle. So you're going to have examples in the lesson of applying these ratios to solve for unknown measures, and also the trigonometric ratios are calculated. So let's look at the trig ratios now. So starting with the 30-degree angle, the sine of 30 degrees is the side opposite, which is the 1, divided by the hypotenuse, which is 2, so 1/2. For the cosine of 30 degrees, that's the adjacent side, which is the 2. That's the adjacent side, which is the square root of 3, the altitude of this triangle, divided by the hypotenuse, which is 2. And the tangent is the opposite divided by the adjacent, or 1 divided by square root of 3. And you can rationalize that to be square root of 3 over 3. That's probably the preferred form. Now let's look at the 60-degree angle. Sine of 60, the opposite side is square root of 3 divided by the hypotenuse, which is 2. Cosine of 60 degrees, that's the adjacent side of the 60 degrees, which is the 1 divided by the hypotenuse, square root of 2, so 1/2. And the tangent of 60 degrees, that's the opposite side, square root of 3 divided by the adjacent side, which is 1, so that's just square root of 3. Okay, so that's the big picture for this lesson.